Today, on this 4th of July, 2026, this 250th celebration of our country, I am going to share my complicated feelings about 4th of July. I want to celebrate, I want to honor it, I want to be happy about it. And I just have all kinds of mixed emotions coming up, which I'm sure I know plenty of us are. And I've been looking at people who I admire to follow their lead, looking for role models, looking for things to hold on to during this time. So let me break down a little bit of how I'm feeling. Like the good part of how I'm feeling is I want to celebrate our country. Our country is beautiful. I went for this amazing walk yesterday with this breathtaking views, and it's part of this United States of America, California. And these last few years I've been able to spend quality time in so many different beautiful parts of our country, and I love that. And the fact that the vast majority of people who I love are here in this country, that means a lot to me. I mean, when people online are talking about move abroad, move somewhere else, you'll be happier somewhere else, live in another country. It's my loved ones that keep me from doing that for various reasons. So I want to be able to celebrate, and I want to be able to enjoy fireworks and barbecues and friends and sunshine and all the things. But I also find myself sort of like flinching and cringing at certain things. This 250th celebration, vastly different from the Bicentennial celebration. And I want to ask my Gen X sisters, do you remember the Bicentennial? I was just leaving fourth grade. I think it was the summer between fourth and fifth grade, but I remember fourth grade leading up to it. And I remember the spirit of 76. I remember learning about all the things and it being a joyous, exciting time. And I just remember being filled with lots of pride. Vastly different this year for 250th. It feels like it is being like grabbed and owned. That it doesn't belong to all of us, and it's feeling like it is very bipartisan and very political. And it's interesting because while I'm not a soccer fan and I haven't really gotten into the World Cup, I've watched things here and there. I love how it's been bringing people together, and I love the joy that's been expressed and the fun that people have been having, and just people accepting each other and the love and that, like all the best parts of humanity. And I keep feeling like those feelings and those sentiments are what this 250th celebration should be all about. And just but it hasn't been presented that way, and it's been really, it's not about an individual. It shouldn't be about an individual. It shouldn't even be about a government. And when I see people talk about, oh, let's celebrate 250 years of freedom, it hasn't been 250 years of freedom. We still do not have we do not have everyone in this country free. And it certainly didn't 250 years ago. It was interesting. This morning I saw a reel made by one of my long distance online mentors, Carlos Whitaker. I quote him a lot here. He did a fabulous reel putting some historical pieces into perspective. And he talked about the deleted paragraph from the Declaration of Independence, which I did not know about. Obviously there were a lot of edits done to the initial draft, and I've never seen the initial draft. I don't know, but there was apparently a full paragraph, something like 168 words, um, blasting slavery. And, you know, ironic, 'cause, I mean, Jefferson was a notorious slave owner, but very anti-slavery, and talking about how it kind of goes against our humanness. Uh, and the paragraph was deleted not just because some of the southern states didn't want it in there, but there were also parts of the North, uh, especially merchants, who didn't want it in there because slavery was really good for their economy. It was all about economy. I didn't know any of that. And I'm constantly learning new things about US history. I grieve the loss of the history that I was taught back, that fourth grade girl celebrating the bicentennial, the stories that I was taught about our country. While there were elements and seeds of truth in there, there was so much that was left out, so much context that wasn't given. We were absolutely painted as, I really felt like we were the good the good guys wearing the white hats, coming to save the day. uh and whether that's back when we took this land from other people, somehow that was framed to me as that was a good thing, and that was in the best interest and for everybody, and we actually saved that. Anyway, I grieve the loss of that fairy tale of, we are America, we are the United States of America, and we are democracy, and we are self-government, and we are, land of the free and home of the brave, and uh, just talking about freedom. And while I think what I'm holding on to is that the Declaration of Independence was the beginning, was the beginning and the birth of an ideal, of creating this democracy, of creating something like that, the idea of self-government of our people, that we haven't fully accomplished, we haven't fully achieved. And as long as we continue to strive towards that and work towards that and be open towards that, then that's what's going to make us succeed. And when we see the coming together of people in day-to-day life, block out the politicians, block out the media, block out the outside noise, just coming together as community, that's what gives me hope that we have a chance to actually deliver on the promise that was made 250 years ago. But it's not accurate to say it's been 250 years of freedom. Uh, all of our people were not free. It was just the birth of an ideal that we're still striving towards, and that we still need to work together to make it happen. I do want to hear from my fellow Gen X sisters, because I know, based on the statistics that I've looked at, the majority of Gen X women leaned more conservative and more to the right in our last election, uh, which was a, a little surprising to me, because I do feel like we're the rebel generation, and we're the, we, I don't know. It's I'm curious how my Gen X sisters feel about 4th of July. Can we celebrate? Can we hold on to the hope of that working together we can figure this out? But I know at the same time that there are huge segments of our population right now who are struggling in a variety of ways for a variety of reasons. And there's a part of me that just keeps feeling like it's really hard to celebrate when there's people suffering. It just is. I end up compartmentalizing a lot. I put my pain and my conflicted feelings away in a box so that I can then try to honor the good, try to celebrate the heroes, try to show gratitude for what others have sacrificed to give us all that we have now. I have to lock things away in order to do that. And I'm not sure if that's necessarily the best way to do it or not. Would love to hear your thoughts. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful July 4th, however you are spending it. I hope you are healthy and content and just feeling, yeah. I mean, I hope this is a good day for you. And I hope we can just see each other as humans and commit to each other that let's just keep doing whatever we can to make sure we keep evolving and keep improving and keep moving forward. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X big sister. I talk about all things pretirement on this channel. Pretirement is the last 10 to 15 years before retirement. You might not be ready to retire financially, but you know that you can't keep doing life the way you have been doing for the last 4, 5, 6 decades. So we have to do it different. We have to create joy now. We have to figure out how do we earn income and still have a wonderful life at the same time. That's what I normally talk about here. But today, on this 4th of July morning, in this beautiful segment of our country, wishing all the best to you and your loved ones. Stay safe.